Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And well, today we want to take a look at the secret of the top players, because as soon as you're getting higher in Legends, you kind of figure out that there's one strategy which is everywhere. I'm talking about the strategy which is Chinese Smash. And to be honest, well, when using Chinese Smash, there's a huge difference, right? Like, people who are attacking kind of at lower leagues, it's more looking like, like this. And then when you are getting attacked by those top players with that strategy, it's more looking like this. So what is the secret behind this? Why are those attacks looking so different? What are the key things you should look out for? And what are the key defenses which you want to take out? All of those questions are going to be answered in today's video. I will showcase exactly how you can use this strategy. And if you want to have like a brief idea of what exactly this strategy is, this is the army composition if you want to copy it, and feel free to do so. We're going to talk about ring bases, teaser bases, normal setup bases. All of those bases are going to be talked about in today's video. I will showcase you pretty easy techniques on how we can triple those, and that's about it. If you guys like videos like this, and if you guys would like to support my channel, there's a super easy way to do that. If there are offers in the shop and you're thinking about buying them, make sure to use the creator code if you would like to support this channel. Like I said, if you like those videos, make sure to use code ITSU. Thank you so much for that. And let's get started with the first setup, the first base type, and how you can easily triple those. So we're starting off with ring bases. Ring bases are pretty common in Legends. It doesn't matter if you're high in Legends, pretty low, there's no difference. But the key thing is you can always attack them the same way. And you always need to start off with your blimp. You're just blimping one of the corners. And I'm not talking about the outside like an air defense or something. No, I'm talking about the inner corners. Which means the bomb towers on this one, or maybe the combination of Inferno Tower and ground expos. The choice on this one is pretty easy. Like, you want to go for the Inferno Tower and the expos. Since this base is pretty much symmetrical, you can choose the right side or the bottom side to enter with your blimp. For my example, I would just choose the bottom side. But like I said, since this base is symmetrical, you could have done it either way around. We're standing in the blimp, trying to get it into the core. Obviously, if the blimp would have been opened a bit too early, I don't think it would be any difference, to be honest, because we would still get a great value with those raged Yetis, and we could still do great damage over there. Now it's all about the next step. Now the next step is you're starting at the corner where the blimp has started, and you're walking your queen into either direction. For us, we want to get the eagle. We want to get the eagle out of the way, so we're charging into that eagle. Now a common mistake is to start with your smash too early. In Smash, you need control. Like, this is the secret. This is the key thing about the strategy, which a ton of people, which means like 99% of the Smash players, are doing wrong. And this is the key thing. So when you're sending in your Smash, everything is going to split up. And that's not what you want to have. You want to have control, which is super important. And what is the thing? Well, you need pathing. And this is what we're doing right now. We're sending in not the hybrid, but the P.E.K.K.A. Smash around the right side. And the goal normally is to let the Smash walk around the base. On this case, a part of the Smash is walking inside, but we already created the pathing. And this is the key thing. On this one, we have kind of the charge through the core with those P.E.K.K.A. in front. And this is looking already pretty wrecked. So this is kind of the secret to attacking ring bases. And I see it so many times, so oftentimes it's getting like executed in a wrong way. People trying to blimp the town hall and things like that, which is completely nonsense. People are trying to ward and walk corners, which most of the time makes no sense because it takes so long, and you want to have the warden most of the time kind of like as an ability, or for the ability around the smash. So always the same. Blimp a corner, walk inside, and add the smash on the outside to force your queen inside to basically charge the entire base. This is always the same thing, and it's super in a controlled way, so you can actually control the chaos, which P.E.K.K.A. Smash is. This is one of the things which those pro players are doing at the top, and why their attack is so consistent, because this randomness factor, they don't have it, because they're charging the entire base, which is super control, and then just have the smash on the outside. It's the same way around with teaser base, and this is our next base which we want to take a look at. And teaser bases, there are actually a couple of different variations out there, so we're going to have two examples. This is the first one, and this is a base which is pretty classic at kind of like higher legends, I would say. It's pretty common, and one of the things which you always do on those hero bases, never start with the Warden Walk at the Town Hall. Never do a Warden Walk or Queen Charge around the Town Hall. That's way too risky. You want to charge the entire base. I will exactly show you how we can do that. First off, charge the eagle, or like walk around the eagle. If there's some threat in the second layer, for example, if there wouldn't be the clan caster, but instead there's a multi-inferno tower, there's something in this second layer which you cannot reach and it's dangerous, just blimp it. That's totally fine. You can invest the blimp for that. For our case, there's nothing in the second layer which is actually a threat to us, so we're not doing that. Then obviously we're just adding the warden because there's no splash damage, which means the healers won't switch. Now we're doing the sneaky thing, which you cannot always do, but well, sometimes you just have to like get creative. But we're using a lock launcher. Now, if you guys are waiting for me adding the smash to the queen, no, that's not how you do it. Having a smash getting into the core of this base is going to be pure chaos. You have no control whatsoever where your P.E.K.K.A. are going. This will not work. What we want to do is we want to charge the entire base with our smash on the outside, with pushing our queen back into the core and making sure she can reach everything and kill everything over there. And this is what we're doing. So smashing the outside, the warden transitioned over because this has like more true power, which means that's why he transitioned over. Warden ability for the town hall. Queen is still alive. Queen is still doing her thing and charging the entire core. And this is how this is so controlled. You guys can see it. The queen is taking down the core. Meanwhile, we have the smash on the outside, and there's nothing where like the smash could walk to the outside or like getting distracted by something, because they have a really controlled path around the base. Meanwhile, we have our queen doing the inside work with taking all of those buildings out, and even with the ability, like this is everything with what the queen took out. Like just take a look, like over 50% of the base is just been taken down by our queen, and then you have the smash around the outside. Now you guys might wonder, why don't you play then hybrid? It's pretty similar to hybrid, but the main difference is that hybrid is weak to spring traps and P.E.K.K.A. smash it's not. So this is already like a pretty easy answer, to be honest. But still, this is how you can easily wreck those bases, and you have so many rages, so many support for your queen with like a blimp, with like different siege machines, that you can always do the same thing next to the base. But this time it's a different setup. Like this time we have like the, I don't know how to call it, but normally we have like on one side the town hall and then on the other side the eagle, and it's always like in the corner. On this one we have the town hall like on the long side, if that makes sense. So it's like a different angle, but it's the same approach. So on this one we have this threat in the second layer, which I was talking about earlier. We have the Inferno Tower, and this is a big threat to our queen, so we need to take that down with that blimp. Everything else is the same approach. We're starting the queen in front of that. Since most of the bases are symmetrical, we can just let the queen decide wherever she wants to go. So we're saving some final troops. And now it's all about queen choosing the top left side. So she's going there. And our goal for now is to get the queen into the core and push everything else on the outside into the town hall. That's the goal. So easy start for us. Placing the queen in the middle, letting her walk to either side. For us, it's the 9 o'clock side. And now let her charge inside. This so far is looking like a pretty easy and doable entry, right? Next wall break to get the queen to the multi. This so far is still not too complicated, but now we're getting into the part where a lot of people are messing up and doing it in a different way. They're trying to add the smash to the queen. That's wrong. Don't do that. It's way stronger to have the controlled option, where I'm doing it right now, jumping the queen inside, taking the entire core out, and now we have those outside P.E.K.K.A. with the smash, with everything together, clearing out the outside. Next wall break to make sure that the troops on the outside have actually access, and since there are still second layer defenses which could be a threat to our P.E.K.K.A. smash, we're just adding the Royal Champion in between to make sure we're taking all of those out easily. And now the queen is popping the hound. We have to use her ability, but still, warden is on the outside, controlling everything. The damage is split up on single part of our heroes, which means the outside smash, the Royal Champ on the inside, and the queen on the inside. And take a look. This is so controlled. There is not like randomness, so that where the P.E.K.K.A. could go to the outside, go to the inside, whatever. This is super controlled. Every single time this can work, or this works. And this is kind of the key to P.E.K.K.A. smash when seeing those top players attack. I have never seen this before. I have always done it the same way, where I just like place my queen at one, or like maybe my warden, do a warden walk, and then add my P.E.K.K.A smash at some point to this queen or warden walk. And then have the king and the witches on the outside. This is not most of the time how those pros are doing it. And this is kind of the secret of them, how they can push that high and so consistent. Because I feel like whenever I did the normal smash, for me it was always quite random. So sometimes the healers did not switch, sometimes the P.E.K.K.A didn't do the right thing. With this option, it's pretty easy. And now let's talk about another base. You all know the Gaku base maybe, right? The Gaku base with the town hall at the top, then like cannon and wizard tower flanking at the top side. It's open wall at the top side, and then you have the Expos with the sweeper right behind and the clan castle in the core with the multi. Well, if you hate bases like this, and like the base which I'm going to attack in a second, then this next tip is going to be a ton of, like, this is going to be super worth it for you guys. So whenever you have a base setup like this, where the town on the left, or like town on one corner, eagle on the other, then the two flanking inferno towers, and the third inferno tower needs to be in the core or at the town hall. Those are your two options. If that's the case, you can always do it the same, and you can do it always the classic, the original way, I would say, where it's like P.E.K.K.A smash. So the thing which you're doing, if there's no eagle, if there's no multi at the eagle, what you can do is warden walk one of the inferno towers. Even if that's set to single, you can still warden walk that. That's no problem, because you have a lot of spells. Just use them. Then it's going to be smash time into the core. And you guys will see in a second that most of those entries are going to work, but at the same time you guys can see the difference in the control level basically you have. So first off, king is getting placed in, then the witches with the king, everything is getting sent in. Always remember to have, or to send in the loons, just to make sure that those loons can tank for your healers. And then at some point you're adding the blim to get the town hall. That's kind of the thing which you're going to do, raging everything up. And I think I missed my warden time ability. Yep, now we have out of the P.E.K.K.A getting raged up, raged into the core, making sure they're chasing the queen. So the warden took some time to follow up. And this is what I mean. This is chaos. This is not that control. But at the same time, like I said, those bases are like always built the same. So it's always working. Like, just trust me. If you have a base set up like this, if you have the Gaku base like this, you can always do the same entry. It's always working on bases with the same setup. And this attack is looking really horrible, to be honest, where I used my warden ability way too late. I lost maybe all of my P.E.K.K.A over there in the beginning because I did not use the warden ability. And still, it's not looking too bad. The Royal Champion is coming in, supporting everything on the top right. We have our witches still alive, which is key. And this is still looking doable. We have our queen ability still left. And even though I messed up so many things, it's still working. But still, you can see the difference. You can see the difference in this attack, where we had the queen in combination with the warden, in combination with the smash into the base, where it's super uncontrolled. Like, it's a lot of chaos, and you not really know what is going on at some points. And this is why you're using the other technique most of the time, if there's the chance. So if there's the chance, you can just easily queen charge the entire base. I think on this base, it could have worked as well. But still, just try it out, give it a try, see if it works for you guys, because this is kind of the top secret on how those top P.E.K.K.A Smash, Chinese Smash players can actually do this consistent offense work. Because even though there are some strange things, I would say, going on at the top ranks, where people are on defense having nice support, I would say, still, on offense, those guys are beasts. They're insanely good in offense, and those are some of their tricks on what they're doing, everything. So if you want to have a second look at the army which he used, feel free to copy it as well. I hope this video helped you guys. Let me guys know if you would like to see any other bases where I give you guys like a guide on this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me guys know if it was helpful, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.